Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Cities Skylines. Today we're starting off with a nice juicy time lapse. Oh, is this juicy? We're going to experience a pretty bad citywide flood in a few minutes. So if you want to stick around for that, it's going to happen real soon. So it was entirely my fault, but hey, these things happen and we'll solve that problem when we come to it. So what I'm doing here at the start is I actually just wanted to start filling in some of these empty spaces around the city. There's like a lot of just green spaces, which are fine, but they're just blank green spaces. So we just need to start going through, even just doing simple like trees and little pathways through it. I think makes it look so much better than what it was before. Like all this space here, this is always designed to sort of be a park area anyway. We just never got around to the trees, and a lot of the design in this space has changed quite a lot recently anyway. So I think we're kind of at the point now where I'm probably done with this area, and I don't think I'll be coming back to it really. So that's why I thought, you know what, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to get some trees in here. I decided not to. I don't know if what I said last time, whenever we were speaking about that tram line there, where I was like, I might take it off the road. Decided not to because it would be a lot harder and it wouldn't really solve many problems, and it wouldn't really be worth it for the amount of effort I'd have to go through. So we're going to start working on the waterfront here. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Originally, it was going to be a beach. Just a straight up beach right next to the city, downtown district, which I decided not to do for a couple of reasons. One, that whole area is actually super steep when I looked at it. Like, it's really, really steep. It's not a great beach area. Two, we sort of have the beach around this side anyway. And then three, I didn't really know if a beach made sense there, right next to the downtown. Also, it's inside of the bay, and look how fast the water is rushing next to it. Like, I don't think a beach would stick around there very long if it were to exist at all. So yeah, I was still originally on the plan of doing a beach, and that's kind of where I start to go wrong, because I was like, oh, it's a bit steep. And you can see here, I'm like, so I've raised up the pathway, so it's like that. Then we essentially have a cliff by the water. So I'm like, oh, you know what? How about I just like smooth that out a little bit? That'll go well. The first idea didn't work. I was trying to figure out the best way to do this. I was like, maybe if I just like level out some land and then smooth it. It's like, that didn't really help. There's a little bit of a flood there. Nothing too catastrophic. It was more this, when you raise up a huge section of the sea floor and you cause a giant tsunami. That's what happened. So look, it's not the day after tomorrow or anything, that scene where the water just rushes through the city. It looks pretty cool. Hey, look, in the end, it looks pretty cool. We got something that looks awesome, and no real permanent damage was done. It did waste a lot of my time, though, having to wait for the water to move. The reason I didn't just undo it was because I've actually done a lot. I actually had done a lot in the city up to this point, and I hadn't saved yet. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to wait. And we have the no abandonment mod anyway, so nothing really got destroyed or no buildings disappeared. And we kind of got a cool shot out of it. I mean, and actually, I didn't film it, but the whole other side of the bay as well, like where we started building the city originally, where the tram... there was like a tram and bus hub over the other side of the bay. That all got flooded. Actually, most of that got destroyed. Like, the disaster level of destroyed. They weren't abandoned. They were just destroyed by natural disaster because they caused this huge tsunami. I actually had to put down some of the natural disaster response units to fix up the city. But I was like, in the meantime, I think that was still happening in the background while I was doing this. I was like, in the meantime, I need to add in a lot more residential. We have a huge residential demand. And again, I just wanted to start filling out some of this sort of downtown suburbs. Like, obviously, this isn't the downtown anymore, but it's near where the downtown is. So this is much more dense, much more gridded sort of area. And that's exactly what I was going for. So all the sort of suburbs in this area, I go pretty heavy on the grids, and I was trying to do something interesting there. I decided it was probably better to keep it mostly straight because it looked better that way. And I put in just there, it's a bit hard to see because I'm going so fast, but there was like a little high school, well, not a little, it was a fairly big high school that I put in, and a university, which was, I think, it was like a science research lab or something, and I think it takes like 10,000 students. Like, I put it down there, I was like, holy crap. Okay, so we can have like 10,000 people coming along to this. So I just went along with it. I was like, you know what, that's kind of a good place to have it, so we'll do that. So again, I was designing this area to be sort of like a nicer place to be. It's got all those sort of tree-lined roads as the sort of, I guess, main routes. Then in between, we have all the small alleyways. That was the look I was going for. I really like that look in this area. So this whole sort of side of like between the highway and the other existing residential is all like this nicer sort of upper echelon of living. Now this little area here, I was like, you know what? I don't want another huge death wave happening like we had a few episodes ago. So I made sure I downloaded this crematorium again that we used maybe 2 cities ago, because we definitely didn't use it in Sedona. It must have been the one before that. Just a much larger crematorium. And also has sort of like a little graveyard out the back. And I also got this other one here that I put next to it. So I'm basically just making sure we have enough death care. This time around, I'm placing them as I go, rather than, waiting for everyone to die and then scrambling to place 10,000 of them at once. So I planned out around that. So I actually did it on its own little road, and then I decided to sort of build up some trees and that around it. So it's like it's almost like a nice little park area, and it's sort of blocked off from view from the sort of surrounding residential suburb that is in here. Sort of a little bit of suburbs and commercial all through here. So in the middle, lots of houses. Then sort of on these mini main roads, I don't even know what to call them. But then I do like some like low density commercials around those, because those are going to be the more heavily trafficked roads in the area. So I think it makes a little bit of sense. So in front of the crematorium, I decided I really wanted this really nice like set of really nice not dense, I guess tightly packed stripper shops, like where they're all sort of joined together wall to wall. So that's what I was doing here. I was just selecting all the buildings manually, putting them in. And I really like the way it looked, because I like I said, I wanted to have it like separated. I don't know what I said there. I want to have it separated from, the surrounding area, so you can't even really see it. So you just have this nice little commercial strip here on the main road, and then that's just over there behind it. Also, those individual buildings look so bad. So bad. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments down below, by the way. I'm not really sure what to do with the monorail. Like, the monorail is fine, but where the track goes, like, what should we do with that? Because obviously at the moment, it's mostly just empty space underneath the monorail track, because, I mean, you can't really do much with it. I guess you could do parks under it. Maybe we have like a pedestrian path that sort of follows along where the monorail track goes, and we sort of decorate it up. Kind of like in New York City, what is it called? Where they sort of redeveloped that old abandoned subway track. It was like an elevator subway. Oh, what is it called? I don't know. But anyway, just like a really long park. Just a long and thin park. I don't know. That's one idea. Other than that, I guess you just do individual parks along the way and do a few different things. Oh, yeah, because of the flood, I killed a lot of trees in the area. Now, actually, here's something else. So this road here in this industrial area, the big problem with it is we have so much traffic coming from the highway trying to dogleg, so they turn right off the highway, then left into the industrial area. And I also increased the size of this road. This used to be like a 3 and a 2 lane road. I think now I've just made it an 8 lane road. I did specific lane management on it, and I'm now removing pedestrians from this road. So pedestrians will have their own bridge to cross so they don't get in the way of all the cars. So that was the first step, was widening the road and then lane managing all of the lanes and then getting the pedestrians over the top. Then the next step, which we'll see a little preview of how it's worked out, was me, well, first of all, removing pedestrians off that road. But then the next step is I spent a lot of time turning the 2 traffic lights on the main road up the top on the bridge into timed traffic lights and doing a custom set. So this is it running with the custom set, ignoring the fact that that blue car was in the wrong lane trying to turn right that actually blocked it up just then. It normally runs really, really smoothly, and I couldn't be happy with it. So I've you can see most of the traffic is coming up that road on the right-hand side there from the highway. So I give that sort of priority to flow all the way through, and then the other ones sort of go here and there afterward. But that made that road so much better, because the big issue with it is that it's the only way to get from the residential on one side to the industrial workplace on the other side, and it's also a highway entrance and exit. And it's got all these things in one, rather than, and I tried to find other places. Ideally, I would have another bridge or another road connecting the other side, so you don't have to go through the interchange area. But there's just no room. There's like literally no room in that area. It wasn't planned out that way. So that solution there with the time traffic lights, the larger road, lane management, actually I think worked really, really well. And I'm actually surprised how well that worked in the end. I was like, damn. Okay, because I put a lot... Like, I just didn't bother recording the time traffic light thing because it's really boring. You're just clicking in a menu, adjusting timings and adjusting arrows and that. Like, it's kind of... Even in a time lapse, it's not really great to watch. So I'll just cut that out. But yeah, so I'm really glad that worked and I didn't actually end up wasting time there. Now, this is something else I wanted to do. So I've been watching a lot of another YouTuber called Sam Burr, who is another Australian YouTuber actually. And he's doing a city at the moment. I believe it's Russian inspired. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, the point is he was starting to use a lot more of these sort of parking lot roads, and we do have this parking lot road over in the actual downtown area of this city. But I never actually bothered to put parking spots on it, except we did in Sedona, didn't we? Because didn't we do like I was on the island when we did the zoo in Sedona, and it was so annoying because it was a curved road. I was like, God damn. And we did. I think we have obviously these parking spots by the stadium as well. Anyway, so I was watching these other videos by Sam, and he was like, yeah, they look really, really cool. So he's like doing a lot more of them, and then I was like, you know what? They do look really, really cool. And let me tell you, when this is all built up with all the buildings around it, so many of these spots get filled in, and it actually, pardon the repetition, but it looks really, really cool. So at the moment, it looks kind of dumb. And also, anyway, so the other thing is I made it a huge road. Like, it's just dead straight all the way along there. And it's this really huge, open, wide road. And I think it looks really, really nice. As it's essentially a medium density residential road, because we got a high-rise ban in the area, and then we're doing sort of the high-density zoning. And it actually, so it comes alive really, really well. We got a lot of parking, all these houses there, lots of people walking around. And then you get this incredible view down the road because it's really wide, but it still feels quite suburban almost. Maybe that's not the right word, but it doesn't feel like you're in the heart of a pretty dense, like, semi-urban city area, which it kind of is. It's not like full urban city center, but it's just sort of outside of the city. And I think it's really cool. I don't know if we get a really good look here in the time lapse, but definitely when we jump into the game, we can have a good look at that. And yeah, so a lot of this time lapse has been sort of just, there's like so much stuff around this area that just kind of needs to be done, and little bits and pieces here and there. Little green spaces, like we've done some of them, but you can even see just around this area that there's a lot of them. And as I'm building the new areas, I'm trying to continue filling in existing areas that we sort of left. Like, so back over here, just underneath that road that we just did up, the 8-lane sort of highway road, I'm adding this little laneway. Didn't want to do houses here, obviously, because it's literally right next to the industrial and the highway. Also, I think the industrial pollution does get far enough to get over the highway a little bit, so I don't even want to put houses there anyway. And I don't want to put industrial there because that will be loud and polluting. And yeah, cool. And it so it can't go there. So instead I put offices there because it's like, we'll just get some offices along the side of the highway. Now, this is something that I wanted to do as well. So we've been doing in this particular area, because where we're bridging to right now is the sort of middle section between the highway, between the railway, and it's like in this weird triangle spot. And we have a bunch of these other pedestrian bridges around other areas. So I was like, okay, well, we should probably do one here, getting over to the new area as well. And then I was like looking at it, I was like, okay, hang on. I've got these 3 pedestrian bridges coming across into this small sort of inner area. I was like, it would make a lot more sense if we did this sweet sort of raised, like we just kept the pedestrian pathways raised up, which I haven't done yet. I'll do in a second, I think. Because I was like, okay, if we keep them raised up, then they don't have to interfere with traffic if the pedestrians are sort of walking through the area to get to one of the other bridges, which, to be honest, I don't know how many of them actually do go into this area and then walk through and get to another bridge. But I think it looks really cool in the end. And I don't know. Apparently, I'm still trying to figure out something to do that. I don't think I decided it yet. Oh, here we go. I think I might have been like, okay, I think I have the idea now. Maybe? No, maybe a lot. No, I don't know. Oh, no, I think we're doing it now. I was like, yeah, so I'm changing this other bridge into the one that matches the newer ones. And then, yeah, so here we go. Here we go. So I'm sort of taking the pedestrian path here in the middle of this median strip section, because I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if it runs along the middle section there. And then I'm making sure, obviously, to do enough connections down to actual street level, because if we don't have any way to get to street level, then it's kind of pointless. Well, it's not pointless. They can still get to the other areas, but it probably makes a little bit of sense to actually take this down so they can get to this area. Because this is like a commercial office area, a little bit of offices and industrial here as well. So having good access to the whole space is good. And actually, this ends up being used a lot. Like a lot of pedestrians and a lot of cyclists come through on these elevated pathways. And I think it'd be really good because it means you could get around pretty quickly without having to sort of get stuck on roads or crossings or any of that kind of stuff. So it sort of just links the really disjointed area of this of the city here between these train tracks, between the other train tracks, and between the highway. It is just such a weird space, but is now actually pretty well connected with pathways, not so much with roads. It's connected with what, like one road or something we have coming into the area, which I mean is enough for the roads, but for convenience sake, it's good to have some pathways through the area, which if we did it with roads, I don't know, I did consider like trying to get some roads through here, but the problem with like the pathways, I'm much more happy to do pretty steep pathways because I could imagine them being stairs. Obviously, we don't actually have stairs with this current pathway setup, but you just use a bit of imagination there. But when you have a road going up like at 45 degrees, it looks kind of dumb. But that's it for the time lapse, so let's jump into the game. Okay, so I was just back at this road here, and I wanted to show you, because I don't know, did I ever mention it before that I added in this tunnel? I don't know that I ever did. I think I meant to. But basically it stops all this industrial traffic here coming down this main road, turning right and then turning left. So it just gets them off this little section here, which was also really, really bad. It actually wasn't so bad here. It was mostly all the traffic trying to come out this way and get down this road. But now they sort of split off back here. The tunnel just goes underneath and comes up over there. So it sort of just gets a little bit of traffic up there. I think if that was there too, it'd be pretty bad. I think it's still, I reckon I'd be able to handle it like we did here, but it'd probably take a bit of time to sort of like get it working and sort it out. But I think it looks really cool now. Like with the amount of traffic that flows through it, actually decently well. Okay, so that's that. We're going to go back over to the national park, which I haven't done any time-lapse work on, I'm aware of. And there were comments about it last time saying that, you should put the entrance, like have the parking in front of the entrance because then people won't pay. And you know what? I don't know how that works in the game. Does anyone have an actual like link or like information that says citizens only pay if they specifically walk through an entrance? For one, I don't think it really matters. I don't even know if I want to charge for this area. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be charging money anyway. I just ask because if that's an actual thing, I'm unaware of it. I would just assume that if you were charging for a park, they would just, if they go in the area and use a facility in the area, that would charge them. You know what? I don't know. I have no idea how it works. But also, I don't really care about it. I don't even think I will charge for this. Like, it might just be free, like a free national park area, and then just have some businesses in here. The reason I did do the parking after, like, my thought process was, like, a lot of the national park, well, I say a lot of the national parks. Actually, you know what? Oh, yeah, a lot of them do, like, here. A lot. Okay, two that I can think of that are near me. You go through the entrance first, you pay at the entrance, and then you go to the parking. So it's like you've already paid, and part of the payment is obviously for the parking and to take your car in there, and you can drive around the park as well and all that. Obviously, some national parks are free, and they don't even have an entrance, but the ones that you do pay for, that I've been to, you tend to just drive through first, and then, go to the park. But anyway, my point is, I don't really care if we're not getting money, because I don't think I'm going to charge for this park. I might change it, but in terms of just the design and that, but at the moment I'm not too worried. Like, I'm not really going to even work on this section now, to be honest. I think I just want to get it functional. Like, I'm not going to do anything here, to be honest. I think I'm just going to join it up, and then I want to start doing some more stuff in the park. We're also not going to be doing this park, because I realize every time we've worked both times we've worked on this park have been after a time lapse, and then we've just like done this in real time. But I don't know. I think it's nice. Now, I guess where I want to join, I'll probably join to the highway somewhere. I guess for now, I'm just going to take it off this road because it'll be easier. I'm going to have this stick to the ground. This is not... It's really not an ideal area to sort of break off from, but hang on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Straight slope. It's alright. Okay, now turn off straight slope. Alright, so then this is just going to come out this way. I think we'll come around here. We could even do some other stuff around here, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so that's going to come through to here. Oh, okay. I'm going to redo this curb just so it looks a little bit nicer. So now the other thing that I would like to do... Where is it? There it is. Okay, so that's all... Oh. Damn prop anarchy. Damn it! I now destroyed the road. Alright, I'm going to do that again. So that's going to go to here somewhere. About there. And then... Do I have to destroy some other trees? No, not really actually. Oh, through here I do. So I'm going to get rid of these. Yep, look, it would have been easier if I had prop anarchy off and I placed it, but I didn't, so, you know, whatever. Nope, little tree there. Okay, so, right, that's going to come around here. And now that should hopefully start functioning. The trash should get collected and all that kind of stuff should start happening, which is really, really good for us because that's what we want. Why do I still have the road here? I'm trying to select this tool and see what's going on. So we have one vehicle on the way. Can I get to this? It says multiple problems. I don't actually see them being able to get to it. They should, I mean, there should be no reason they can't. I guess they're just maybe not going over there yet. Now, I wouldn't mind, yeah, I kind of wanted to move this over there, but that's going to be a bit of a hassle right now. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and join up a ferry line. Actually, I don't even know if I want the ferry there. I want to figure out where I want to do this. I might even just go here. The only reason I didn't do it there was because it's like so close. But to be honest, I might actually like that. And I think it might be cool if we get like a really small ferry, because the default ones are actually bloody large. That they're huge. But if we get like a really small like custom ferry, it might actually be really cool. Now, the ferry is gonna have to come out of here, and then I assume it will just go up here, right? I'd be interested to see if that works. There's no power out here, actually. That's the other thing. I don't think I don't think it will run until these both work. Maybe, I don't know, because I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the. I'll use this underground power line thing. I guess if I can place it here, or not. Put it up here. Whoops. Whoever made this? Why do they give it a thing where it's like, oh no, it's too steep, you can't place it? You could have just made it be able to place anywhere, and also it's annoying because they get destroyed in water as well. Oh my god. This is not going to reach, is it? Oh, it does, actually. That's good. Good. I'm happy. Oh, that guy went down there. I don't think he got the... I didn't go there, though. Anyway, so that should give it power. Now, like I said, the power doesn't go underwater, so we're going to have to probably just do... What if we do like this or something? There's a really annoying... God damn. There's a moth in this room, and it's so annoying because it keeps flying in front of the light, and it's making me mad. And you won't like me when I'm mad. What does this look like? Does this look stupid? Wow, that looks... Yeah, that looks really stupid. Yeah, that looks really stupid. If we could do... If we had a really small stretch... I mean, over here might not be too bad. To do like a little sort of power cable thing. I'll use the proper ones. I think because it's not too far. Oh, even it's still pretty pretty steep, isn't it? And I think I might do. I don't know. Maybe should we do? I'm trying to keep it low so it doesn't look too weird. I'm wondering if we should do like a access road, like a service road here, not like for pedestrians, but for like I don't know, trucks or whatever to come in this area because we're going to be placing a lot of stuff out here. And by a lot, I mean, like, they'll be spread out. I won't just be, you know, placed in the middle of the area. I might... You know what? I might do that, and then... What's this? Ocean thermal energy. No, I just want, like, a little... What's this? Wave water plant. Cool. Don't want it, though. I guess I'll just do these. Do some underground... Oh, no, I won't, because it's too steep. Of course it is. Of course it bloody... Is that in the zone? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to use these now. Might have to move these or get rid of them later anyway. Oh, you know what? Are we even going to be able to get over there? Oh, should we go this way? I just don't want like these huge power lines running through the areas. Like it's, I guess here's the other thing. Do we want to make this like a complete forest? Because at the moment it's like 100% barren, right? Like, well, not barren. Barren's probably not the right word. But I don't know. Like, do we want this to be like a proper like forest? Because I think it could look really nice having it like covered in trees. Not all the same tree. That's like literally all the same tree over and over again. Which I think is good. Is okay for the distance, but when we're up closer, we might have to do a few different ones. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? We need to get a road there. Are you finally coming to collect the garbage from this place? Because that's been waiting to go for a while. Now, over in this area. So if this is going to be the ferry is, I think this could be like a really little, like a, almost like a town in a way, you know, just like a really small, maybe a couple of roads here. Maybe one here. Like this. And then they'll sort of join together up this way. That's alright. Then we can probably do some Rico buildings through here and fill it out and it'll look really, really cool. Alright, so then... basically, I wouldn't mind, this, well, it's gonna have to go this way like this. I don't want a sidewalk on this because I don't want people walking down this way. What I would like to do, which I think might actually look quite cool. So obviously this is going to take some detail work and all that as we go through, but I'm just trying to get some sort of semblance of a plan. I would love to do, is it this one? Just use this road as the main road through the area. Well, not the main road, but the road through this particular area. So along the sort of cliff here. We'll come in a little bit so we're not right on the edge. So like this. And this is the road that sort of comes through the park. And I think especially if this is like in a forest. I'm trying to figure out what we want to do. I guess we probably want to go maybe this way and sort of start coming down a little bit. And then what I would do is... place in a fence as well, like we'd place our own sort of fence kind of thing. Now here, I think again would be a good place to do like more of a, we could do like a little town. Town is not the right word, but it would have like a cafe, maybe a more of a formal kind of park setup, that kind of thing. This would probably be like a little town though, because it's like this area. Now around this way, I guess I have the same sort of road heading off, to be honest, because I don't really want any sort of big roads through this area. Even roads with pathways I don't really want. I guess it's going to go like this. I think this one's going to start heading up. So we can get this through here, maybe. Go to there. So I have to go like this. I'm trying to just work my way up a little bit. There we go. We could even do... If we need to do some other stuff, like we can use pedestrian paths and have like a little lookouts on these points as well. Because these roads won't be everything. Like obviously, this is just a way for vehicles to get around, but we'll have... Oh, that stupid power, the power line on the ground there. But we'll have paths for people to walk around, like hiking paths and all that as well. So this is just the vehicle access. Just going to come down here. Right, so now, I think that's probably a good way to do it, to have a pathway and a road on either side. Although we have a huge mountain here, so maybe just one road up here. Maybe we have a larger road this way. More of a more of a traditional kind of highway road. I think this area needs lots of trees. What do you reckon? Because I think it would look a little less just empty. So like this. So then this will come down. There. So then what I'm thinking is we get these two, like maybe this one continues even around this way. We could even do this sort of access road I was talking about. Oh, like look at this little area. I think that should only be accessible by like a pathway. I think maybe this road, what we'll do is it will go just maybe even straight along, to be honest. And then I don't know. We'll figure out what to do with it. But I would like to go up the mountain because I don't want to go there. Maybe we do just take this one over there. Hang on, let's build a bridge and get over it. Is this is that bridge? It's a very big span. Even like the shortest space that we have here, like it's a very long distance. But it's a bit shorter here. Maybe here could be a good spot to do it. Because I think even that is quite... We'd need 2 of them. Maybe we do it there, so we could have this road come up to that point, and then it'll sort of just join back into that road. And then this road will be for any sort of civilian vehicle to go all the way around. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. So then this road is going to go... I guess we... Whoops. I guess we don't need to go over there. Because we're not going to... We could do... It's like a pedestrian path, but I don't want to do a bridge to it. Okay, let's go... I'm going to try and get up. I don't want to destroy that. I would like to keep that there. So this can come around. I guess a good thing about using roads as well is they do give us the ability to add buildings and everything along them because of all the zoning that we have. Right, so I guess this can just stay along here. And then come along the top. Because again, like I said, I don't want to be down the bottom there. I don't want to provide easy access to that little secluded beach because I think that would be really cool. But this will come back out this way now. And we'll try and get down to this bridge. And this we'll use for service vehicles. So what we'll do, I think we'll go like this and we'll sort of come along. Obviously I'll take it down a bit lower so it actually meets it. But then so like civilian vehicles can come this way. I guess this will stay down the bottom here. And we'll join up over this way like so. And then I guess after it comes a little bit flat. So that'll go there. Right. And then this, I mean, I guess we don't need to have this curved so much. We could just raise this up a little bit. So if we just bring this up to like, it's a little low now. It's a little low. Have that come up a bit. And then have this come up a bit. There you go. That's a bit better. Okay. So then that will just join. Which is, what was that? That was the wooden path one. So that will just go straight along into there. And then, I mean, it looks a little dodgy, but whatever. Then what I'll do is I'll say this bridge will only be allowed for, not cars, but pretty much everything else. So that will go there. Okay, I really just want to get that connected up so we can actually use it. I think this will look really cool though. I think it already looks pretty cool with that road. So I think for now I'll just connect this guy up and then we'll have to do the rest later. We are running out of time. Okay, I guess this will go here. This is all still part of the national park as well, mind you. Don't forget. I think, anyway. I think it goes out. Oh, yeah, it goes all the way up to the highway, doesn't it? Okay, so this, I'm just going to take it down over this way. And then it's going to go here and then there. That's the connection for now. Obviously, we'll do something a bit more robust later. But that should give us the road connection that we need for over here. The garbage and the police and all that. I mean, look, not ideal for all those things. But with water, hopefully we get a ferry that's going to pop out now. So it should have everything that it needs. I mean, look, it's crying out for police and garbage. But where's my ferry at? Where's my ferry at? I'm waiting for it. Or not. I guess maybe it doesn't. Maybe it still doesn't work. Maybe I need to have one up here. Maybe it can't go up that. But to be fair enough. Anyway, I'm going to leave this part here. So I think, again, moving forward, I think that's the plan with the national park. Obviously, this will continue all the way up this way. The main road will come out and around. Probably go this way. Nah, there's nothing really over that way. We'll just take it this way and join up to the highway. We might do a bridge. Like, we might do bridges further up. Or maybe go around here and do a bridge over this way and come down and around. I don't know. Oh, it looks like we need more workers. Sorry, guy. Oh, Jesus. Wow, we need a lot more work. Maybe I should build some residential out here. I like how we still have this huge main road out here that I never... It's such an out-of-place main road. Like, it's so big. It's so, like, built up. And it's got all this tram running down it. Which, mind you, 4 people are using. Yeah, it seems a little much. Anyway, I'm going to leave this part here. We'll be back next time with more cities. Hopefully, maybe some more time-lapse and then more national park after the time-lapse. This road here will probably join up here or something. And then we'll do like a few little things there. You know, I guess some of the things that we could do here, probably a police department would probably help. I wonder if we should just do a tunnel to help vehicles get there quicker. so we don't ruin the look of it, but the game doesn't like break. Guess I gotta do like watchtowers and that too. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the video before I keep rambling. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.